Okay, and these graphs, these are a little bit more complicated than the last one. You're graphing functions where the independent variable is a power, okay? So put that make sure you know that that's a power, and just circle that. We're going to make our table the same way we did last time, okay? And we're still going to put 2, 1, 0, -1, -2, and if the independent variable is a power, there's always an asymptote, ASY. Always starts at 0, okay? It's going to change on these problems, but start with it at 0. Then 2 to the second power is 4. 2 to the first power is 2. 2 to the 0 power is 1. Again, if you forget that that's 1, just go 2 power 0, and you'll see anything you put to the 0 power is 1. 2 to the -1 is 0.5. And then 2 to the power of -2 is 0.25. Okay. Now the game changes because we had a operation outside of the power of a +3. So I need to add 3 to all the y's, and I also have to add 3 to the asymptote. So 4 plus 3 is 7, 2 plus 3 is 5, 1 plus 3 is 4, 0.5 plus 3 is 3.5, and then 3.25. Now the asymptote now changes because 0 plus 3 is 3. Okay. All right, now we start graphing here, 2, 7. So what do I have to go by to get to 2's? So you could go by 1's. Okay, 1's. You're always going by 1's that way. You could go by 1's this way. So you're going 2, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. Now, after you graph the first point, make your asymptote at 3. Okay, so you go up 1, 2, 3, okay, and you're going to make a dashed line through there, okay, and I'll just put y equals 3. You don't have to put y equals 3, but you have to have the line there, okay, because now that's the line you can't cross. So 1, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and now these just get closer to 3. Okay, but we can't actually cross those, and that's the function. Okay, I'll go over 3 more. So again, as soon as we recognize that the independent variable is a power, and I have to graph the function, we're going to want to use the asymptote. Again, we always start off at 0. Now 3 to the second power is 9, 3 to the first power is 3. 3 to the 0 power is 1. It's not, don't put 6 there. It's not 3 times 2, it's 3 times itself. Just put 0.33 when that happens. .11, okay. Okay, now you have an operation outside of -5, so you got a -5 to all your y's and -5 on the asymptote. So 9 minus 5 is 4, 3 minus 5 is -2, 1 minus 5 is -4, 0.33 minus 5 is -4.67, and 0.11 times -5 is -0.55. Okay, and I also got to remember to -5 to that, so it's going to be -5. So here's our first. We always want to graph with the whole numbers first, okay? So 2, 4, I can easily go by 1's to get to 4. So 1's and 1's. So 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now after that first point's graph, set up your asymptote. -5. So we're going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's going to be where we make our line. Okay. Now I just keep graphing. 1, -2, 0, -4. So I go down 1, 2, 3, 4, and again, all that happens is we just get closer and closer to that asymptote. Okay, next one's 2, 2, 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2. And again, there's always going to be that asymptote you got to watch out for when the independent variable is a power, okay? Because that is 4 to the x power, not 4 times x, okay? So 4 to the second, what's 4 times 4? 16. 4 to the first is 4. 4 to the 0 is 1. And then with those negatives, it's probably best that we just use the calculator, okay? 0.25. 0.06, just go 2 decimal places out. Remember, the asymptote always starts off as y equals 0, okay? But then we also have to minus 3 from that, and that gives me negative 3. Okay, now we just got to graph. Remember, we'll graph the first point to see what we have to go by. So 216. Well, I can go by ones to get to 2, but to get to 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, nope, I can't, so I go by 2's. So 2, and then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Now after that's graphed, set up your asymptote at negative 3. Remember, since you're going by 2's, you go negative 2, and then negative 3 is here, okay? So there's our asymptote line, okay? So 1, 4, 2, 4. Remember, don't lose sight of the fact that you're going by 2's. 0, 1, don't lose sight of the fact you're going by 2's. Negative 1, and then again, oh shoot, I screwed this up royally. I forgot to subtract 3 from all the y's, because you subtract 3 here, you got to subtract it here. So minus 3 from all those. I apologize profusely, okay. The asymptote's in the right place, okay. So that's going to be 13. 4 minus 3 is 1. 1 minus 3 is negative 2. Negative 2.75. Negative 2.94. Okay. Now we can graph 213. So 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. 1, 1. So remember, you're going by 2, so 1 is just right there. 0, negative 2. Remember, you're going by 2, so that'd be here. And then the last 2 points, you just get closer to the asymptote line. Okay. So there we have it. All right, next one. 5 to the x power. So 2, 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2. And our asymptote always starts off at y equals 0. Always starts at 0. So 5 to the second, what's 5 times itself? That'd be 25. 5 to the first would be 5. 5 to the 0 would be 1. 5 to the negative 1 would be 0.2. 5 to the negative second power would be 0.04. Now we have that minus 2, so I got a minus 2 from all the y's and also minus 2 for my asymptote, because the asymptote is a y value. 25 minus 2 is 23. 5 minus 2 is 3. 1 minus 2 is going to be negative 1. Now I'll go to my calculator. 0.2 minus 2, negative 1.8. And then 0.04 minus 2 is negative 1.96. And don't forget your asymptote. 0 minus 2 would be negative 2. So start graphing where you don't have the decimals. So 223. I could go 2 but by 1s, but 23, I can't even go by 2s and make it to 23. So if 2s don't work, go by 5s. Okay? So 223. 5, 10, 15, 20, 23. And now set up your asymptote line at negative 2. But don't go down here, okay? Because remember, this is worth 5s. So that'd be negative 5. So negative 2 would be somewhere about in there, okay? Because keep in trying, you're going by 5s, okay? So 1, 3, so forward 1, and then 3 is about there. 0, negative 1, right there. Negative 1, and then again, you just get closer and closer to that line. You're never actually going to cross it. Okay, and that's that. Remember, don't forget to -5 to all your y's and your asymptote after you're done. Okay.